Most people think spiritual awakening happens in solitude, through meditation, through silence, through retreat. But for many of us, awakening doesn't come in isolation. It comes through love, through relationships, through intimacy, and through being seen, and sometimes through being hurt. So today we're talking about how relationships act as one of the most powerful catalysts for self discovery and why love often becomes the doorway to awakening. So let's look at love as a mirror and not a destination. Every meaningful relationship enters your life as a mirror, not to show you who the other person is, but to reveal who you are in a relationship. So, love reflects your wounds, your expectations, your attachment patterns, your unmet needs, and your capacity to give and receive. So, this is why relationships feel so personal because they touch places we cannot access alone. An awakening begins when you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start acting or asking, why is this happening? And what is this revealing about me? So let's look at the first lesson that it really is teaching us, and that's why intimacy accelerates your awakening. So, intimacy bypasses the ego. And when someone gets close enough, they touch your inner child, your fear of abandonment or engulfment, your need for validation, and your sense of worth. And suddenly, what was unconscious becomes visual. So, this isn't punishment, it's initiation. Love pulls the unconscious into the light faster than solitude ever could. The second lesson that it's really teaching you is that the pain that opens consciousness. So, what does that mean? Well, one of the hardest truths to accept is this: pain in relationships isn't always a sign that something went wrong. Sometimes it's a sign that something is waking up because heartbreak strips illusion and it humbles the ego. It also dissolves identity. So you may lose a person, a future that you imagined, a version of yourself, but what emerges is awareness. And you start to see where you abandon yourself, where you have confused intensity for love, and where you sought completion outside of yourself. And that awareness is awakening. So the third thing is it teaches us that relationships act as spiritual teachers. So every relationship carries a lesson, and some teach you how to open, some teach you how to discern, some will teach you how to leave, and some teach you how to stay. So the spiritual shift happens when you stop labeling people as good or bad, meant to be, or just a mistake. And you start seeing them as teachers. And not all teachers stay, but all of them shape you. So lesson 4 is really about seeking love to embody love. So early on, awakening through love feels like searching. You're searching for validation, for safety, belonging, recognition, but eventually something shifts. And you realize that you're not here to find love, that you are here to become love. And when you embody it, you stop chasing, you stop settling, and you stop performing for connection. Because love becomes something that you offer, it's not something that you beg for. Now, the next lesson is the role of self love in relational awakening. So, self love isn't isolation, it's not cutting yourself off from connection, it's not pretending that you don't need anyone. Self love is it's honoring your boundaries, listening to your intuition, choosing truth over fantasy. It's about walking away when alignment is gone. So, as self love deepens, relationships change. You no longer attract lessons through pain, you attract resonance through clarity. So, lesson 6 is about when awakening changes your relationships. So, as you awaken, you may notice some connections fade, some intensify, some feel unfamiliar, and some no longer fit. And this isn't loss, it's actually realignment. Awakening doesn't isolate you, it refines your connections. So, you begin to choose relationships that support your growth and not distract from it. So, love is not separate from spirituality. Love is spirituality. It's lived, embodied, and tested in real time. See, every relationship that has touched your heart has helped shape your consciousness. Nothing was wasted, nothing was random. If love cracked you open, then it was doing its job. So, if this resonated, I want you to share in the comments down below which relationship taught you the most about yourself. And if you're walking the path of alignment through love, subscribe to the channel.